All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike
oh my God, how the fuck are we playing in snow?
made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle
in
between
Buffalo.
the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And right away, he lost the football. But I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Back to throw here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 44 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They go play action with Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Fournette on first down. He finds an opening past the 40. Dashing through the snow. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Mack. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. They go play action. Trubisky. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. This is now a hit and a loose football. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game, because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Trubisky.
God damn.
Down. They get to him back at the 40. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Lock in.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here.
Gun! 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 Leopard! Leopard!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
What the?
That's Devontae Parker complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. It's a big play there for Miami. 45 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
On first and goal, Drake. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, second and goal. Looking to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Now Bullock to add the extra point. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. And that's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a first and 10. They go play action here on first down. Room to run past midfield. On the slant, he gets it to Gronkowski. And finally brought down at the 43. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Now Trubisky on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable second and 1.
18.
Again, it's Trubisky. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. There he goes, right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air
This shit
and
is
go the
ugly.
other way and see people try to change directions.
I'm about to retire.
Hard to do.
And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down.
18.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
180. Hey, gotta go.
Play action. It's Trubisky.
Threw the fucking ball.
Here as he's taken
Threw the
down.
fucking ball
2
away.
sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And oh, it's complete. What a catch at the 7. A big play here for the Bills. 55 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
He'll get it up the middle. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
Red, up.
Now Trubisky to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On 3rd down. That's Mack. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and the Bills are forced to settle for 3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And out come the Dolphins now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
That's a lot of beef thundering downfield off of the toss play, and it takes me back to when I was a kid and watching USC play. Remember the old toss that they ran? They used to call student body right or student body left because everyone was out in front of the ball carrier. In fact, one of their favorite plays, it was called rose stem right or rose stem left, depending on the formation. 28 toss. And 28 toss was their bread and butter.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! Detroit!
2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. On second down, here's Fournette. And he'll be tackled right on the midfield logo. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
Watching that, Barney!
The pitch to Fournette. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They got to get to the 23 here on third. They'll drop the throw. It's complete to Grant. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. He'll set up to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. In for the score. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bills getting set to go. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Set up. 180.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Play action. Now Trubisky. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. The kick by Sanders is good. And that'll get this back down to a 20-point spread. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Trubisky now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10.
180.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Trubisky. Snead's got it. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Trubisky to throw again. Buying time to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Great footwork there, Charles, to dot the I, stay in bounds, get both feet in. He's probably thinking, though, man, I made a catch like that close to the end zone. I should have scored.
Yeah, there's always a regret when you're that close to the goal line. But let's go back to what you talked about before. Getting his feet down. Would you say dotting the I? I can cross the T as well. That was excellent footwork to get in bounds and make a great catch.
They'll give it to him up the middle. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. Now Trubisky being chased out left. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Gotta figure this is one they need here on 3rd and goal. They'll run it with Mack. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal.
Another stop on 3rd down, and this defense still hasn't allowed a touchdown to this point.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Sanders' kick is good, and the Bills are forced to settle for 3. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s, and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear if they want to close this gap.
And a good effort on the return there gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They begin with a run by Fournette. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And Matthews has it right side. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On 1st down, Trubisky dancing to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Man, them goddamn uniforms blend right in with the snow.
Disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
Hey, 18.
On 2nd down, here's Trubisky. Steps away to his left. And he's going to be intercepted.
I didn't see that motherfucker.
Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here.
No. Check. Patriot. Watch you now, Barney.
Here's a give to Fournette. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
I know it looks like fun to guys like you and me. We're up here in the booth and to everyone watching on television, but Are you kidding me? In the snow, that type of a play, in the cold, you know that had to hurt to make that play.
I'm just mad he didn't make a snow angel while he was down there. Opportunity missed. They'll set up the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And Bullock will put this one through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down.
Yo, I got that fucking sack. I didn't even see this motherfucker over there either, boy. Yo, this shit is crazy playing this snow. Motherfucker with a white uniform.
They've given up a whole lot of
You can't even
sacks.
see their ass out
The
there.
defensive line is eating them alive.
Back now here on
Damn.
EA Sports. The Bills have the football, but they trail here as we begin quarter number 4. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Forced out to his left. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
Stop,
Well,
you need to go to bed, boy.
not
You need to
totally
go to
privy
fucking
to what
bed.
went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Drake. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Lucky 56. Gone.
Now back to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And that is caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. It's a big play here for the Dolphins on 3rd. 61 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
Gone.
On 1st down, Drake. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just heading straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. As his guys are in for 6. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Similar to golf, you never want to count a score before it actually happens, but you have to figure. They thought they were going to get 6 on that play. Great effort to keep them out of the end zone, but a big-time return.
Breaking the huddle, 1st and goal as the return team has set them up with golden field position. Now a carry from Mack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That defensive front 4 has been very good. They have just not let the running game get going, have they?
Not at all. In fact, the entire offense just looking a little bit out of sync in this one.
Yeah, sometimes this is why coaches like 4-down defensive linemen, they feel like they can cover more ground when defending the run.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bills get a bit closer.
And that touchdown ends a streak, for lack of a better word, of 3 field goals that they put on the board previously. They finally cracked the code.
Yeah, they've been down there. They've been in enemy territory, as you said. They just haven't been able to punch it in until that point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. Sanders now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Lucky 56.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. A handoff to Fournette, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. looking to throw. And he coughed it up. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10. Following the fumble recovery, it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaking up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Take this one down inside the 45. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Watch it now, Barney!
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the Bills have recovered.
I don't care what the scoreboard says, partner. You know who's winning this game right now?
Mother Nature?
Yes, indeed. Precipitation's winning in a big way. Sloppy. All these turnovers right now.
Yeah, well, this was the forecast. We got what was forecasted, and we've gotten a lot of turnovers. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. 2nd and 10 now. It's Trubisky. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jarrett Davis in there with pressure yet again. And that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Gronkowski, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Now Fournette, and able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Gun!
Fournette, and he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. This is Fournette, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Watch him now, Barney.
They'll run with Fournette. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. With his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Bills' offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time."
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. Oh, partner, there's something special about a game in the snow. Just always fun in these elements, although a little chillier up here in the open-air booth. The only thing that's not fun is that we got the mid-game notification that our flight was canceled tonight, but we'll deal with that later. It was really a fun game to watch, though.
It was, and there is something special about games played in the snow because the element of surprise really kicks in. You don't know how they're going to handle the ball, if someone's going to make a dramatic play just out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it just changes the course of things. But a big shout out to our crew to make sure that we were comfortable up here, as comfortable as one could be. In these elements, they took care of it.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booker bugging me. Just need a bag, quit out a jaw jackery. Don't even believe that I don't want none of it. It's bad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you say. How the poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out to Vegas. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All the talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out all the pride.